Hello, fools and fail sons. My name is TV Sky, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where the upper classes of Ishgard have once again demonstrated their usefulness and incompetence. Because Emeric basically murdered a person for saying some stuff he didn't like to hear, and now the people in charge were like, "Hey, you know what will fix that? Military exercises." So that's where we are right now. Anyway, sure do hope we can stop this 1,000-year blood war from happening. Well met, Brick. Have you spoken with Sir Emeric? I was aware of the Alliance's request. So, Sir Emeric would turn these exercises into a spectacle for the masses. It is not that I doubt the efficacy of such a plan. Indeed, I know its effectiveness only too well, having witnessed it firsthand. Nevertheless, he has not once given me reason to doubt his intentions, and these are desperate times indeed. Oh, I don't doubt his intentions. I do not doubt his intentions at all. Not even a little bit. I'm just saying, maybe good intentions don't make up for stupid decisions. I'll select knights for the event forthwith. As for the watch... Did you know? How considerate of Master Thancred to seek out our young watch commander of his own volition. Alas, he acted prematurely. Pray deliver this list of watch candidates to Hilda. I would have her best men, not her most dispensable. Not sensing a lot of trust from you there, Lucia. I thought you'd something to discuss with the first commander. I did indeed. Thank you for telling me all about Sir Emeric's grand soiree. Seems we're expected to join in. It's nice of him to invite us and all, but I hope he knows what he's doing, because we ain't dressed to dance with professional beaten soldiers. Well, seems the first commander's gone and handpicked her guests. Can't say I disagree with her choices, though. She's got a good eye. Will you be fighting too? I reckon it'd inspire the lads if you were. Might take their minds off getting their eyes stand and all. Think about it, eh? I hate to ask, but you haven't seen our favourite lordling, have you? I thought not. On the assumption that he's to be found in his father's, not to be found in his father's loving embrace, I suggest we split up and look for him. I will search in the foundations, and you the pillars. So we can punch him again? I'd like to punch him again. Maybe a few more times, actually. In fact, I'm just going to start punching, and then we'll see how, when I feel like stopping. I carried on around to the manor. Our best surgeon's attending to him as we speak. He is yet to wake, but surely he will. So, Father has volunteered me for this grand melee of theirs. My beloved family, always making decisions for me. Yeah, well, you saw what happened when you make decisions for yourself, Emeric. We all saw what happens when you make decisions for yourself. Oh, it's not like that. It's just... Oh, you wouldn't understand. How could you? You're free to be the man you want to be, whereas I... No, Emeric, you're also free to be the man you want to be. You just have to give up your privileges to do it. I'm a son of House Votam, don't you see? My future was determined before I was born. What I could and could not do. Right or wrong, that was the way of it. Until the old order began to crumble. Now we wander amidst the rubble, searching for a purpose, for a place. All around me, brave men and women rise to the occasion. With faith and conviction, they dedicate themselves to their causes, but not I. I was terrified of making the wrong choice, which is why I let better men make them for me. Do this, do that, take this duty, guard this conference. I suppose I convinced myself I was above it, until your friend showed me otherwise. When I saw an array, I wanted to scream. I wanted someone to blame. But in the end, there was only me. Only me. So you see, I cannot meekly bow my head and accept Father's command. Such cowardice is what brought me to this point. I'll go to Sir Emeric and I will make my own decision. This is the thing that always, for me, rings hollow about the whine of people who's like, well, but I was born into this upper class, and it's like, oh, I can't make a decision. You could. Like, more, like, everyone is like, trapped in the class that they're born into. That's sort of the point of a class system. But you could, in fact, make, like, because you are in a position of privilege, you have much more power to determine your own faith. Like, it would require you to give up some privileges, but you have some privileges to give up in return for freedom, which people born into lower classes do not. Like, if you're a peasant who's like, yeah, you're like indentured servant on my land, you're gonna work here until you die. You can't give that up and go seek a life of freedom. You have nothing to give up.
Lord Commander, if I may, I wish to speak with you before the Grand Melee.
Proceed.
How do you do it, my lord? How do you lead with such certainty, when so many of our countrymen will not hear of peace with the Dravanians? Some of them hate you almost as much as the dragons themselves. They decry you as a patricide in the streets. They even tried to kill you, for God's sakes. Yet still you march on, undaunted, where no archbishop dared to tread. What is your secret? Where do you find the strength?
For centuries, our nation has been punished for the sins of our forefathers. If our punishment is to end, I believe we must right the wrongs of antiquity and move forward as a nation united. Needless to say, my father did not share this opinion. He did not believe the people strong enough to bring about their own deliverance, trusting only in himself. Tyranny seemed to him the only solution. But I have faith in the people, Lord Emeric. I have faith that they will weather this storm and overcome every trial we set before them. Many have fought and died to see this blight upon our nation's history cleansed, and I would not let their sacrifices be in vain. Though we invite reprisals, the risk is worth the reward.
I want to believe. I do. Lord Commander, through my careless orders, a pall has been cast over these proceedings, and I beg the opportunity to make amends. I, Emeric de Forton, do hereby request leave to take part in the Grand Melee.
Who am I to deny such a heartfelt plea? We would be honored to have you join the fray, my lord.
You'll take charge of the Ishgardian forces.
For all my other responsibilities, I am still Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and I would not soon yield this duty to another.
The esteemed Sir Emeric leading the Temple Knights and the Watch into battle along with my youngest. I could wish for no more.
Then you wish for too little, my lord. There is another who might yet join the fray. An indispensable ally to whom we owe much and more.
It's me, isn't it?
An adventurer beholden to none, who nevertheless chose to champion our cause, who has shared in our suffering and in our glory. A warrior without equal, who I am privileged to call a friend.
Not gonna lie.
There is no one I would rather have fighting by my side.
Hearing the voice of Frey in my head right now.
I ask this in full knowledge of your obligations, and will not think less of you should you refuse. But if your conscience will allow it, might you oblige me, my friend? One more time.
No! Absolutely not. No fucking way. Why am I such a goody two-shoes?
Together we shall give the people a spectacle for the ages, a celebration to mark the dawning of a new era.
We would not have come this far were it not for you, Brick. I know! It's been an honor and a privilege. God's help me, I think I might be in love. I dare say it might be cheating, too. Your mere presence is enough to turn the tide of most battles. Did you see the way his eyes lit up when you nodded? It was a look of boundless relief and joy. One would think a politician more practiced at concealing his emotion. I mean, I do have that effect on people. Look at me, can you blame him? Still, his honesty does him credit. For a minute, I was fair inspired to pledge myself to the cause, but that would be improper. That is their fight, and yours, but not mine. Listen, I absolutely don't blame Emeric for wanting all of this. He's not alone in Eorzea. Mayhap I ought to fight for the other side. You know, even the odds. Sir Emeric informs me that the Alliance leaders have agreed to his proposal. The grand melee will be held here, in the shadow of the Gates of Judgment and in sight of the capital. An announcement has been made, and Alliance forces are currently en route. The eyes of Ishgard are upon us, Brick. We must not fail. A rare opportunity to see you pit yourself against Allied forces, outside of Cardinal, perhaps. I would not miss this for the world. Hey dude, try not to fuck it up again. There he is. I say, when you didn't appear, I began to question... nothing, never mind. To think that we're mere moments away from facing the cream of Eorzea's soldiery in battle, that I am... yeah. What if, Oh, what am I saying? I'd have to stop imagining the worst. I must think of the victory, of the glory, of the stories I will tell Honora when he awakes. I am ready, old boy. Are you? By the Fury, how could I forget? Father bid me present this to you. I know it's sudden, but we believe the men would find it inspiring if you bore the colors of House Fortam into battle. Pray do us this honor. Some of your gear will be glamored, your attributes and abilities will be unaffected. Yeah, you can't take away my drip. Do not deprive me of my riz. Is that Raban? Nice helmet, dude. Little excessive, but nice. Oh no, what have you done to me? No! Oh god, I have no game whatsoever. I didn't even keep my glasses? Oh god, you guys just have the worst fashion.
Present, heed well the rules of engagement.
So, the Grand Melee is a large-scale battle in which the allied companies of Uldak, Redanian, and Levinson forces will be pitted against the company of Ishgardian forces. When a combatant is incapacitated, the opposing company will be awarded tactical points. The first company to attain the designated tactical rating of 100 points will be declared the victor. During the Grand Melee, officiants may mark certain combatants with a furious gaze, which will be indicated by an ethereal tether linking them to their company's flag. While defeating most combatants will award you 1 tactical point, marked combatants will 10. Okay. Marked combatants also possess enhanced attributes, rendering them more powerful and difficult to defeat. Defending these combatants is the key to victory. Okay. Well, alright then.
For the honor and the glory of Ishgard.
I can't help but notice there seems to be no audience. Nanamo in a box. Yeah, little ladder. Ah, it's so cute.
All is ready then. Very well. Brave men and women of the Eorzean Alliance, let the grand melee begin!
Okay, well, let's go win this. Oh, get my grid up. Let's see, where's our marked combatant? Because I should probably defend him from that. Does someone want to heal her? Heal him? Like, we're gonna lose some points here, but okay, fair enough. Might as well get rid of Pippin. You've been chosen. Yeah, you've been marked as a target is what's happened to you. Okay, so it's not super challenging, but then I didn't expect it to be. La-ta-ta-tee. Well, no high-value targets, so let's just... Oh, hey! The two of us! That doesn't seem part of the plan. Cyclops! Cyclops! Everyone on your guard! All forces, fall back! Emanelaine, please don't be... Okay, good. I was afraid Emanelaine was gonna go. KO! Continue the melee. I will deal with him. Yeah, Shoryuken! Huh, daft sort. Yeah, the man. Back to it. All forces form a line on brick. Now. I'm just telling you, you might not want to get in the way of Raban, necessarily, because he... Yeah, because he's like that a lot. Well met. I'll not lie. I was hoping it to come to this. So then, shall we dance? Damn it all. I can take him. In a fight, right? Yeah, sure. Don't worry, he's armless. Yeah, he's armless. Yeah, fine. Oh, is that supposed to look like that? Guess it is. Let's have you not do whatever that is. All right. Take your victory. You've earned it. Dude is the boss of a solo instance and has a wipe mechanic.
Did he win? Then we...
Yeah, Ishgard won, all on their own. Totally under their own power. So this will be very inspiring.
Victory is ours! Ishgard! Ishgard!
Yeah, a victory for Ishgard. Definitely for Ishgard. And not for me, the main character of reality.
Well fought, my friend. You truly are the warrior of warriors.
Thank the Fury you were on our side.
Yeah, funny how I'm not Ishgardian, though. It's funny how that's not who I am. If they had Estinien at hand, they probably would have had a chance too. Yeah, but about that.
Oh, my lungs are burning, and I can barely stand. I didn't think I could do it, but then I did. We did. We faced the Alliance's best, and together, with one heart, with one purpose, we prevailed. After 1,000 years of hardship, of strife and bloodshed, we are strong enough to rise to any challenge, be it on the battlefield or beyond. The future holds so much promise, so much joy. We need only show them the way.
Magnificent display, Sir Knight. While doubtless less than pleased, I am quite sure the Grand Companies are honored to have been bested by such valiant warriors.
The honor was ours, Your Grace.
I am pleased to see that Ishgard's proud martial tradition is being upheld. When the time comes, I trust you will fight alongside your brothers and sisters in the Eorzean Alliance with the same fervor you displayed in opposing them. note that our friend elected to take the field in Ishgardian colors.
Yeah, still hurts.
At my behest, Your Grace. If we have given offense, the blame lies with me.
Fear not, Sir Knight. It was a surprise, nothing more. And any hint of ill feeling was thoroughly dispelled by the spectacle of our mutual friend's duel with General Rauban. On the subject of surprises, I could not help but marvel at the passion and unity of purpose displayed by your countrymen, given the troubling reports we have received of late.
I shall take that as a compliment, Your Grace. The events to which you allude are the price of change. The end of the Dragonsong War marks the beginning of a new era for our nation, and for the people, high and lowborn alike, who will lead her into the future.
Ah, yes. The people. Change is indeed a perilous thing, for we who seek it, and they who fear it. I shall pray for Ishgard, and for you.
Yeah, about that Republic, by the way, Nanamo. About that whole stepping down, and how about that? What about the thing that you like were nearly prepared to sacrifice your life to do, like a couple of weeks ago?
Well, that made for a refreshing change. Congratulations on your victory, by the way. Ishgardians certainly seem happy with themselves. I, for my part, am merely glad you did not strain anything in the process of single-handedly winning the battle for them.
Ah, it's so nice to be recognized, Thancred. Thank you.
Tis but a scratch, I assure you, and I will not suffer you to worry over me. Not when we have a dozen far more important concerns. Make that 2 dozen. Still, as your Stola never tires of telling me, we can but face them head-on, one at a time. One day at a time. As Minfilia would have done.
As long as I live, I shall never forget that duel. It was inspiring and humbling in equal measure. I feel honor bound to point out, however, that my father was fighting one-handed. Pippin, Jesus! don't necessarily point it out.
Those balls! I'd forgotten what it was like to feel so alive. Not since leaving the Blood Sands have I had the privilege. Not since the bull of Alamigo hung up his swords. Back then, the outcome might have been different, but I do not begrudge you your victory. I know how far you've come, and how much you've endured. Our fight only confirmed it. We shall have to do this again one day, when time allows. I shall look forward to it. Now go. Go to the Ishgardians and celebrate your victory. You've earned it. Come, Pippin. Her Grace is expecting us.
Lead on, Father. I'm coming, Daddy. It reminds me of that joke, you know? I'm sorry, Daddy, I've been naughty. For the last time, it is forgive me, Father, I have sinned. Hey, glow stick brigade. I see chat is distressed. By the way, the emote you get here or the next quest replaces the default victory pose you've been complaining about. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank the Lord. Very happy to hear that. I confess it stung my pride to be brushed aside so easily. But when the flames subsided and I saw you standing there triumphant, there was only gladness in my heart. The messengers have already been dispatched. Let us pray that this victory has the desired effect. I don't know. I feel like the people who are still like, fuck, my son is dead and I'm really mad about it, they might still be mad about it. That's just a battle for you, I bet. For my lot, it wasn't so much the fighting as the not tripping over each other's feet. His lordship might think about laying on some actual training for us next time. Said your goodbyes. In all the years I've known Rawban, I cannot ever recall him seeing look so happy in defeat. Well, everything seems to be falling into place, does it not? The Ishgardians have claimed their symbolic victory, and the Eorzean alliance has been strengthened in the process. Be proud, Break. You made this happen. You've learned the emote victory. Have I? Okay, that doesn't seem to be the... Hey! A little Cloud Strife thing. Nice. Thank God. It's just anything is better than the default. When you're ready to return, pray inform the Lord Commander. Never imagine our humble gathering of like-minded souls were going to something proper, let alone force a fit to trade blows with the Alliance's finest. Can't say I didn't enjoy it. Neither. Funny how things turn out, eh? By the way, how did we make Hilda's gun non-lethal on the battlefield? I'm just wondering. We have done it. Nay, you have done it. You brought us the victory we so desperately needed. There's naught left but to return to the capital. Come, let us see what reception awaits us. Secretly, in my heart, I kind of hope it's just like no one's there and no one gives a shit.
My lord!
Hey, he's back on his feet.
Honorwa, my boy. Shouldn't you be in bed?
Thank you for your concern, my lord. But I have largely recovered from my ordeal, and I have naught but several scars to show for it, which I have been told some women may find appealing.
Quite true, but once you're older, kid.
I see. And to think I was worried sick over you.
I'm not sure I understand, my lord.
Well, let's put that theory to the proof, shall we?
My lord?
'Twould seem that a great many things have occurred in my absence. I thought I might begin to make amends by welcoming you in person.
The messengers spared not their chocobos to bring us word of your victory in the grand melee. I cannot well describe our elation when we heard the news. It called to mind the day we rejoined the Eorzean alliance, and I glimpsed hope rekindled in the eyes of the people.
The Fury herself ushers us into a new era. Sir Emeric, the time is now.
Aye, that it is. Reconvene the conference and summon Vidofnir to Falcon's Nest. We will make peace with Hraesvelga's brood and hasten this bloody war to its end.
One thing I can't help but notice is that no one is like, hey,
Yes, Lord Commander.
maybe Emmanuel should go apologize to that girl's family.
I will send word to Artoirel and bid him resume preparations.
That he got shot. Like, maybe he should do some kind of penance? No? Okay.
Emmanuel, you will place yourself at your brother's disposal. He will be glad of your assistance.
Will he? Her family, her friends, literally anyone. like, her community. Attend her funeral, at the very least.
No stopping it now, is there? We should inform your Stoller and the others.
My dear friend, I doubt I will ever be able to thank you enough. But when the conference is successfully concluded, I damn well mean to try.
Stop flirting, Emeric. Jeez. If you didn't realize that Emeric is very much in the Warrior of Light sexual club, yeah, no, that's not subtle.
They say you duel General Roban within a ring of flames. I did not think the man so ostentatious. Would that I could have seen it.
And thank you for that subscription, Mr. Bear C.
After we parted ways in Matoya's cave, I returned here to speak with Taru. We agreed to tell the others that only that our search for Minfilia had reached an impasse. I subsequently learned that you had left for Falcon's Nest, but I thought it best to keep for myself for a time. I want to rely on you overmuch when we are together, and I need you to think, to reflect. I still do, I suspect.
You okay there, buddy? Pal? You alright?
But matters here seem to be coming to a head. In short, there are some things I feel I must say, though nothing so urgent that it cannot wait until after the conference. So, let us make for Falcon's Nest and see if Lord Artoirel has need of our assistance.
Yeah, no, but I just wanna... Hey, buddy? You right there? You look a little, you're a little fucked up. Where are you even going? Okay. By the way, Sky, what did you think of the story reveal in the Minfilia cutscene, which was overshadowed by Minfilia herself? Oh, the thing of, like... That there's been, like every time there's a big damn calamity, it essentially creates a new pocket reality where light holds sway and darkness is like slowly encroaching on it. It's interesting. I don't know if they're gonna do much with it, but it's an interesting concept. It's like right now that's just some words that have been said, some world building stuff. It removes the reality. Yeah, whatever. Same from our perspective. Right now that's just stuff that's been said. Like, oh yeah, that happened. In the same way that like if you hear a creation myth, like in the beginning there was the word and God said blah blah, let there be light, stuff like that. Like that doesn't mean anything until it's put into actual practice. Like until it actually affects the story, until it actually does something, it doesn't really mean anything.
As Sir Emeric hoped, Ishgard's success at the Grand Melee has done much to restore the people's faith in this endeavor. Look at their faces, Brick. Nervous yet hopeful, expectant, in a word.
Well met, Master Altham, and thank you for looking after my brother. They say he fought bravely, that he did not dishonor his house. But to you, my lord, to you we owe everything. As you can see, we've made every effort to strike while the iron is hot. We made our intentions known, and that all would be welcome to attend, and so they came. By the grace of the Fury, they came. The ceremony will not be a lengthy affair, but there's still much to be done. I would speak with you more, but I must see to my duties. As for you and Master Alphino, you will do naught but enjoy yourselves. Is that clear? If any dare beg your assistance again, I will have words.
Well, there you have it. We've been forbidden from meddling. Shall we wait, or have you other matters to attend to before the ceremony begins?
Thank you for the subscription, Spider Kiss. I don't think I have anything else, so let's just...
Oh, excellent. I only hope Thancred and the others will not be late. Epochal events do not come around very often.
The appointed hour approaches.
Aye.
Hey, she's alive. That's nice.
She begged leave to watch the proceedings. I saw no reason not to grant it.
Should I choose to deviate from my prepared remarks, I ask that you trust in my judgment.
Have I ever done otherwise?
How long it hath been since our peoples met thus, children of Thordan, even by our reckoning.
Vidofnir, daughter of Hraesvelga, we give thanks for your visit, and bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest.
Our sire bade us hearken unto the whispers of our hearts. They spoke to us of a paradise lost, of bonds of brotherhood which they yearned to see restored.
Ours too yearn for such a restoration, and they have guided us here this day, that they might yearn no longer.
Brothers and sisters, ye who stand as witness, hearken to me.
Since the days of Eld, when the bonds betwixt man and dragon were sundered by our hand, our peoples have known only war. Bloodshed without end, losses beyond counting, and still we fought. And still we fought. Some wounds do not heal. The dead cannot be returned to us. But we, the living, can yet choose another course. Here and now, we can lay down this burden, this hatred, this vengeance. Our forebears fought not so that we could die, but that we might live. So let us honor their sacrifice and spare our children this death sentence. Let us gift them a new legacy, life.
Betwixt our peoples yawneth a divide deeper than the deepest abyss, wider than the widest sea. Generations will live and die ere this divide is bridged. Knowing this, doth thy heart yet yearn for peace, son of Thordan?
Look now on the legacy we would leave to our children. A dream of peace, inscribed in stone for generations to come.
It would have been so funny to have scribbled a big dick on it. But no, it's nice to see it restored.
Beloved, as they were so long ago, happy and at peace. The dream they shared shall be ours once more.
Hey, there you are, buddy. It's been a while. Ooh, new outfit, Estinien? Still hasn't taken a shower.
Your bow!
Aim for the eye. Still hasn't taken a shower.
Child of Dravania, art thou grown so forgetful that thou wouldst forsake kith and kin and consort with the spawn of Thornton? That thou wouldst dare contemplate peace? Hearken unto me, all of you! The final chorus is nigh, and all will be held to account. All will bathe in the flames of retribution.
Estinien would fuck it up, wouldn't he?
That day, look you on your sins and despair, for none shall escape my wrath. None shall escape my revenge.
Seven hells. Damn you, Nidhogg.
Hells, take that worm! While he lives, we'll never know peace.
Aye! There'll be no end to this war till Nidhogg is dead and gone!
So let's kill the bastard and be done with it. Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg!
Can't imagine Reshvelger will be too pleased with what Nidhogg just did.
Nidhogg! Death to 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 Nidhogg!
Estinien, if you had only taken a shower when I told you to.
There they go, the last of the guests. Having come hither with hope in their hearts, they depart with hatred and bloodlust. Until the moment I saw him strike, I still held some small hope that what I had seen in Azizla was an illusion, perhaps. But he acted without hesitation. As did Sir Emeric. For mercy, Vidofnir's wound was not mortal, or so Lucia tells me. The dragon was spirited away to Annick's shrine to receive care from her brethren. I can but hope her recovery is swift. But such was surely Nidhogg's intent. To deliver a proclamation not only to the children of Thorda and to his kindred, war is coming, and ye who do not stand with us stand apart. She was an example, a message to her brood, another instrument of his vengeance, like Estinien.
I mean, yeah, at least Nidhogg, like, has the honorability to, like, sign his work, right? Like, to be like, no, I'm a dragon and I did this.
When I had said I'd wish to speak with you after the conference, I confess I envisaged rather happier circumstances. If anything, however, this latest tragedy makes the need more pressing. There are things I must say. Not to the Warrior of Light or even to my fellow scion, but to you, Brick, my friend. But not here, no. Ah, but of course, the intercessory in Camp Dragonhead is still open to us. Let us go there.
Okay, then. Let's go hear what he has to say.
Forgive me. That took longer than expected. You seem puzzled. Oh, these. I thought something warming might not go amiss. It was not all that long ago that we sat here, you and I. In our very own falling snows, as Lord Horshvon called it. I still struggle to believe he is gone. And Azelle too. I had such hopes for her. Master Matoya asked me what it was all for. Why we fight. And why we die. Were I still commander of the Braves, I would doubtless have replied, for the future of Eorzea. But I'm not that man. Not anymore.
Alphino, you're not even a man, boy.
I needed a new answer. One that I could live with. And when I saw Estinien at the ceremony, I knew at last what it was. I do not want to be a man who sacrifices his friends and family for a cause. I want to fight for Estinien, and I want to save him. When Nidhogg leads the Horde into battle, Ser Emeric and his forces will do what they believe must be done. That is their choice to make. Yet even if Ser Emeric is willing to forsake Estinien, I am not. We must fight for him, for he is our friend and ally. We may struggle, we may fail, but we must try. We will. I know we will.
Thank you, Brick. It is unfair to me to unburden myself in this manner, time after time, but I'm glad that you permit me nonetheless. You're my true friend and ally. Though not all of our fellow scions will support our stance on Estinien, I have faith that we will win them over in due course. Such is the infectious power of hope. Right, that is quite enough solemn introspection for one night. I think we will both benefit from some time in the company of Tataru. She stays for us at Fortamp Manor. Let's not keep her waiting any longer.
Oh, Estinien, that stinky, stinky boy.
Yet again we walk an all too familiar path. I'm reminded of when we first came to this manor. Lost and uncertain, we were granted succor in our hour of need. We were saved. And now it's our turn to return the Blah. It's our turn to return the favor.
Hear, hear. Let no one say that the Scions do not repay their debts. After all, what kind of people would we be if we forsook our friends, if we stopped looking for Ida or Papalimo, or if we gave up hope of bringing Minfilia back?
Though she knew it would cost dearly, Minfilia reached out to us to deliver a message. She believed it was imperative that we understand the true nature of this star, of the rift between Zodiac and Hydaelyn, and of the Ascians' aspirations. But for all that's been revealed, I cannot shake the suspicion that there's much we've yet to learn. In any event, I think it's time we step back from the fray and carefully consider our next course of action. It'll not be easy to turn this tragedy to triumph, but we will find a way. We will. We will.
.2 ends here. Yeah.
Of all the ways for it to end. Even before his transformation, I could feel the worm's hatred swirling about Estinien.
Wait, when did you meet him?
The terrible, all-consuming rage.
No, hang on. When the fuck did you meet him? What?
Enough to fuel a 1,000-year quest for vengeance. It was all I could do not to run away screaming.
Oh, she was in the crowd. Oh, okay.
Nay, all Eorzeans are made of sterner stuff. They face danger and death on a daily basis and understand what it takes to win a war.
Think not too deeply on Master Matoya's words. Her intent was but to steal our resolve. That, and to remind us to look beyond these passing conflicts to trials greater still. To the truth which hides at the heart of this world.
So that's your aim, is it?
You disapprove?
Not at all. I believe it's traditional for the student to follow in the footsteps of the master. And you are so very alike.
Oh, hey, it's the embodiment of the default Fortnite mode. Mr. John Final Fantasy, yeah.
Change. That great inexorable wave was upon us, and soon all of Ishgard would bend to its will. For all our sins, for all our scars, the future for which we had long yearned was at last within our grasp. But it would be bought at a heavy price.
No. Really?
For in those twilight hours did Nidhogg cry out for vengeance, and his brethren raise their voices for the final chorus of the Dragon Song War.
From the memoirs of Count Edmund de Fortom, Heavensward, The Gears of Change.
caution, Eater. That's all I ask. Do not be so eager to place your faith in them, not until we know more.
Meanwhile, in the bimbo encampment... speaking of masks... Ominous, scary, spooky, uncertain. These are all adjectives. Join me again next week for more linguistics lessons with TB's guy. But before we go, I have some glams what need reviewing to do. I'm going to remember it this time. Darn sure I am. So, let's have a look at the queue. We've got some on la Discord. Let's see. My bard glam built around the weapon. Okay. Heavy fey and very gender. Vibes. Oh, no, yeah. I see exactly what you mean immediately. Going for flowy yet armored enough. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I can, like, I think if that's the thing you're going for, you have essentially nailed it. Like that is hella queer, like in its aspiration. And I think like in terms of being armored enough, absolutely. Like especially the boots help with that. But like this character does look armored. Like this does look like they would be difficult to stab, which is an advantage of most armors, unless of course you're Emeric. So like I think you definitely got there. And yeah, the same thing with like the scarves and the bit of the dress coat hanging down. That's all something that gives flow. Like that's all something that gives streamlines that follows the curvature of your movement. So that's all stuff that would work there. Like the things that, like in terms of what might be added, I don't know what hairstyles Vieira have access to. Well, like a long ponytail, for example, could help add to that sense of to that flowing downwards motion. Longer hair in general could do that as well. Like if you wanted to have some hair that like flowed into the downwards movement of the cloth that you got hanging on, that's an option you could go for. You could color coordinate the hair a little bit. Right now the hair is in contrast with the rest of the outfit, right? And that kind of seems to be where you're going for, because that draws attention to the hair, that makes it stand out, that makes it pop, right? That makes it different from the outfit that you're wearing. Where, like, most of the outfit is mostly cold. Like, it's mostly sort of in fairly, like, cold, placid colors. The hair, instead, is giving, like, a lot more spice. Like, it's a reddish color. It's contrasted against, like, a dark blackish blue, or bluish black. So that sort of makes that pop out and go like, whoof. And if you want that to be if you want that flamboyancy, you've definitely got that. If you wanted it to flow more with the outfit, I might go, not necessarily to match the blue, I wouldn't match that turquoise that you've got in the armor, but I would go for a color that's at least in that side of the spectrum if you want them to match, like if you want them to flow into each other. But no, yeah, like I think you've pretty much got where you wanted to go with that, frankly. Like I think you've pretty much nailed it. That is very well put together indeed. I like the heels on the boots. It's such a silly thing. Like it's so impractical. You cannot possibly walk around in that, but for the character that's being expressed here, right? You've absolutely... Yeah, white hair, as someone points out in chat. White hair would flow with the, like, all the white cloth that you've got going on, and you could still have a color accent on the white hair, if you wanted to. So that's also an option that you could go for. You could play around with that if you want to glam, like, if you want to, like, actually change the hairstyle of the character to match with this particular glam. That's definitely a thing you could do. A Psychopomp Reaper. When I saw the scythe, I knew I had to do something like this. White and gold with blue accents is just a cool color theme. I'm debating between going with or without the wings. I tend to think that they just look like really big ears on my cat boy, and it feels a bit silly if I could dye the actual wings white. It would be a different story. Okay. I mean, I kind of like the wings. I quite like them, the way that they sort of, like, flow into and replace. Like, I think that's very cute. It gives a little bit of a vibe of a chimera. Like, it sort of makes him a little bit like he's a cat boy and he's a bird boy. Which, like, that sort of works if you're going for a psychopomp. So for those who don't know, a psychopomp is a mythical entity that shepherds the dead into the realm of, like, from the realm of the living to the dead, right? So, Charon, for example, out of Greek mythology would be a psychopomp. The Valkyries out of Norse mythology would be a psychopomp. That sort of thing. So this is the idea here, is to be someone who ushers the souls of the dead into the afterlife. And yeah, like, white and black is definitely a good place to go with that. Gold is good for that sort of mythical, godlike quality. So I think you've basically hit on the right thing for the color. Like, if you wanted, like, to sort of a very classical, sort of mythological representation of like a death figure, you've absolutely hit on the right thing here. And like, again, I think that the wings there actually help that. Like, I think the way that they sort of mess with the ears actually helps make them, because with the Grim Reaper count as a psychopomp, depends on the version of the Grim Reaper you go for, but like in modern understandings, most of the time, yes. Because like when you look at the Grim Reaper as he appears in the Black Plague, he's not so much a psychopomp as he's just a representation of the Black Plague, right? Like, he's not there to usher you into the next life, he's just there to kill you. Which is, there's a difference there. So, yeah, like, if anything you can add to him that makes him uncanny, you might be able to do something with jewelry. But like having the ears, like horns also would work for this. Like, if you wanted to give him some devil's horns or something, that too would work to make him, like, to place him a little bit in the space of the uncanny, and thus make him a little bit more mythological feeling. Those are definitely options for that. I love the boots. They're really quite good. But no, yeah, like, in terms of the color scheme, like, and again, you've gone with a fairly scanty outfit, right? Like there's some thigh action, there's a little bit of side boob going on. And then again, that matches, like, especially if you think in terms of, like, stereotypical depictions of Greek mythology, right? Like, that sort of gives us that Greek mythology vibe thing, which I think the boots and the chest pieces also support. And, like, I think that works. You could look into trying other aesthetics, right? You could look into trying, what would it look like if you tried to make him like a Valkyrie with a scythe, right? What would it look like if you tried to make him Anubis with a scythe? Those are also options if you wanted to mess around with which mythology you're trying to draw from. But this, like, really, to me, this is giving Greek mythology. This is giving, like, Roman mythology. Like, those aesthetic spaces specifically. And it really works. Like, the weapon is correct. Like, the weapon is perfect. Like, the gold accents over the white is pretty perfect for that. It's a little bit brutal. Like, it's basically got, like, what looks like almost a chainsaw blade running up and down it. You could go for something that's sleeker, that's a little bit more gentle, if you wanted that. But, like, because right now what this sort of implies is that when he comes to take you to the realm of the dead, it's going to be violent and bloody. Like, it's going to be a nasty time if you fuck with him. It sort of depends on what vibe you want to imply with the character's personality. Where a simpler weapon would sort of send them to be more refined, more gentle, more pleasant, in fact. Kasaya Imogi, are you here? I think you're sometimes here. Yeah, there you are. A Rudin Tootin Wizard Glass. I can see what you mean. Oh, the cowboy. This is what we've talked about, right? Like how the hat is the statement piece. Like a hat with a particular aesthetic. A hat with a particular look, like, overrides. Like, it defines... Like, the rest of the outfit is fully... Yeah, professional streamer lol. Yeah, you're not wrong. I am a pro at what I do. I'm so good at it. Like, the hat is the thing that, like, that defines the outfit, right? If you'd had a wizard hat, right? Like, if you imagine you had, like, a big pointy wizard hat, like a Matoya hat or whatever, a witch's hat, then the rest of the outfit would read completely differently. Because it's a rootin' tootin' habit cowboy hat, it goddamn looked like it came from the... riding around the cowboys and herding cattle and stuff. Like, it genuinely does look like that. And you've supported that very well. Like, with, like this, like, neutral browns and leathers, and the shirt underneath as well, like the white shirt. That definitely works for all of that. I do love, like, I love that you've got floating guns. It really is. It really is a fucking wizard cowboy. That is actually really good. Like, you've got fucking floating guns, like old-timey goddamn muskets. That is genuinely quite fantastic. That's very good for a cosplay. Like, if you wanted the wizard cowboy, like, most of the magic, obviously, all of the wizardry and the magic is really being carried by the weapons. Like, they're the ones that really sort of make it clear. The red bird perched on your head also helps. I think maybe making it a dragon or some other creature that's more explicitly mystical would serve a little bit more. Because, like, this is a phoenix, I would imagine. No, it's a scarlet peacock, but like something like a phoenix, something that's like very explicitly like a fairy dragon or something, would probably help carry the mystical vibe as well, to sort of help support what the weapons are doing. But no, yeah, like rootin' tootin' cowboy wizard, absolutely, you nailed that. That's fantastic. Now, what is that battle stance? Nice. So does that look different from class to class? Because... Oh, it does. And you get different victory poses as well. Finally! Jesus! It's been so long. It's been so long with that garbage default. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, that's so much better. Jesus, I'm genuinely so happy about that. I'm genuinely so pleased. Because, oh my god. Like, the default battle stance for so long. So boring. Like, just, yay. Like, the victory pose, right? Or you just kind of, like, go, yay, I win the fight. Wee. I'm pretty sure the victory poses don't apply in the dungeons, though. Aww! Come on, Square! That cannot possibly be that hard to patch. It cannot possibly be that difficult to patch. My god. Oh no, like really? You went to all the trouble of animating these and then you don't even get to use them when you win a fight? I mean... They're kind of long, I guess that's why. But you can just skip it! Like, you can just make it skippable. Like, oh my god. Okay, well, that's disappointing. That is genuinely kind of disheartening. Oh, man. I was so hopeful that I wouldn't have to just watch my guy, like, go, yay, anymore. Oh, well, I guess I'll just have to live with it. And if you're watching on YouTube, you're going to have to live with the fact that this episode is over now. And if you want more, you're going to have to subscribe. If you want to watch episodes early, become a member of the channel. And if you want to watch these things being recorded live, head on over to the Twitch channel. You can also subscribe there to get access to the VODs, like the full archives of each stream, including whatever stuff might happen in between episodes. But yeah, that's all of the self-promotion I need to do. So all that's left is to tell you thank you very much for watching. Remember to be kind to one another, have solidarity with those who are worse off than yourselves, and may the tides of history wash gently over us all.